Hey golfers, I'm Drew Mahowald, the Second Swing Golf. I'm here at the Foundry for Mizuno. This is the Swing DNA Lab. It's a fancy name for a hitting bay here, but I'm joined by Brady Hawxhurst. Brady's a fitting manager at our store in the Colony. Brady, this is going to be a fun little head-to-head here because I think this is something we talked about a little bit off camera, but just how different the Mizuno Pro S-3 is versus the previous kind of player's cavity iron from Mizuno, which was the Mizuno Pro 243. So talk to me about just what you've experienced with, I guess, both of these irons, but particularly what you've noticed has been so different between them.
Even though they're both what I would kind of classify as a player's cavity back golf club, they are pretty different. The 243 is a little more forgiving. I see the ball jump off the face typically a little bit faster in the fittings that I do. Don't know if I have a great description off the top of my head of how they feel. We're going to learn that right now,
sure.
Obviously. I think there are two golf clubs that look pretty similar. I'm under the opinion that we're going to see a little more distance, a little more forgiveness out of the 243.
Yeah, I think that was, one thing in talking. We filmed other content today with Chris Foschel, and he made it pretty clear that in sort of the upcoming products, and they've kind of started to do some of that with the Signature Series with the S3, is they've really started to kind of differentiate, say the JPX stuff from Mizuno Pro stuff, and this Mizuno Pro S-3 is super clean, super compact, very players oriented, whereas the 243 maybe got a little bit, maybe some distance oriented tendencies there with that. I think
that's my opinion of it so far. Yeah, and we're gonna find out head to head right now.
Yeah, so you got the Mizuno Pro 243 we'll start with.
Yep.
Using the 6.0 Project X shaft. We're just gonna hit shots with each, and we'll get your feedback on feel, looks, everything.
Okay.
And so to get kind of a range, what kind of numbers typically, I guess, maybe would you expect? I know today was a little bit, we've done some other videos and you were maybe a little, it's warm out here, you're pretty loose. So I guess, is there an expectation you have here or not even?
I expect my 7-iron to fly 170.
Okay.
So I'm under the impression this one's probably going to go a little bit farther.
Well, you're off to a good start with that right now, yeah. So that was 172.7 right off the bat there, so.
Yeah, perfect.
How about the feel so far of that one?
I like it. Obviously everybody knows Mizuno's tagline, nothing feels like a Mizuno.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of how their golf clubs feel, and no complaints. I mean, I feel like I hit both of them near the center of the face, and very pleasant feel.
Yeah, it sounded really clean too, just kind of nice, soft pop to it. Well, I know you don't like exactly how far right those have fallen a little bit, but it's been almost 3 of the same golf shot. So
making the same swing.
Yeah.
They're going the same place. I imagine they're very consistent.
Yeah, the dispersion's really, if you're trying to hit it like...
they're on top of each other,
If you're trying to hit it like, I don't know, 10 yards off to the right of your line, it looks like an awesome dispersion right now, so. Yeah. Gosh, you are hitting the same shot every time.
I think I need to aim it better, but I like that it's all doing the same thing.
It looks like the exact same thing.
Yeah.
I mean, we're going to get to, I'll have you hit one more here, but this could be a crazy dispersion at the end of 5 swings here. All right, that one is, I think it's all over it. Yeah, okay. That one turned back a little bit, which is going to, for me, it's going to mess up the dispersion a little bit, but that's the shot you were looking for. So
more accurate. I didn't hit that one quite as good.
Okay.
A little higher in the face.
Well, do you want to get some numbers here? So we've got 5 shots. Actually, that last one, did you feel like you mishit it, or what did you feel was a little different on that one?
A little high in the face, just a touch heavy.
Okay.
Got into the ground just a little bit early on that one.
Okay, so the spin did drop some on that one, but the distance was basically the same throughout all of them. So if I were to break it down into all 5 shots individually here, our carry distances were as follows. 172.7, 171.4, 172.3, 172.8, and the last one is 174 flat. So everything is within 2.5 yards. That'll work every day. That'll work all 7.
I'm not disappointed in that.
The spin, yeah, and then that last one, the spin dropped. Everything else was between 61 and 6,400 for the other 4 shots. Sure. So does that sound like numbers that are a little bit in your window there?
Yeah, I would not at all be disappointed in that. Yeah, that's exactly what I expect a 7-iron to do.
Yeah, I mean, again, the ball's flying the same way almost every time. You had everything, well, one dipped under 100 feet to 99 feet in the air. But everything else was in the 100 to like 109 for a peak height.
Land angle staying around 50, 51?
Let me double check, scroll over. Yeah, we were at 50.7. Actually, the highest was 51.1. The lowest was that last shot at 47.9. So you're right in that 50 range. The average was 49.7.
I like to see the ball fall a little right. Just needed to start those out a little more left to be a little more accurate. But I mean, that's more of an alignment thing, swing thing, than it is a golf club thing. So it's nice to know the golf club doing what it's supposed to do.
Yeah. So now I'm curious. I'll give you first of all, what I'm going to have you do is look at these two at address and just tell me how different, if they're similar, if they're different, and what's different about them. That's now the Pro S-3 that you've got.
Boy, I don't know if I could pull out a difference. The finish is slightly different on the S-3.
Okay.
It's a little more satin. The 243 is a little more, highly polished chrome. You can see that right away as they stand out. As I look down at the top line, it's essentially same thickness. It's nearly identical shape. I think the finish maybe changes how what it looks like here. I think that's more of a finish issue than a shape issue, right? The finish is going to affect kind of what we see there. It looks like a Mizuno golf club. So they're a company that's obviously over time has built to a specific shape. The players who are enthusiasts of Mizuno appreciate that shape. It's kind of like if it isn't broke, don't fix it. I think that's kind of the way they think about things.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And I think it's kind of fascinating because we think, there's been, in talking to other fitters, talking to you, there's been, it seems like there's been a big difference in the perception of these two, where you think of the 243, you think of this. It's a player's cavity, but it's a little jumpier, it's a little hotter. And the S3 has been such of this like classic traditional player's iron, yet they look from address so similar. And so there may be, if there are differences in the performance or in how the iron's built maybe a little bit, it's kind of under the hood where they're not showing it to you.
Yeah, absolutely. I really can't pull out a distinguishing look feature other than the finish. They're nearly identical.
Okay. Well, let's see performance-wise now how the S3 might be a little different.
Better swing.
Yeah.
That's the best shot I've hit so far.
That was right on line. Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at the TrackMan tracer, and it's about dead on right there. Okay, interesting. How'd that contact feel? Does that feel like good contact?
It did. That's the best feel yet.
Okay.
That club didn't feel bad by any means, but I knew those swings were a little bit off. I knew they were a little cutty.
Yep.
This was a better swing.
Okay.
I think I feel like it came out of the center of the face.
Okay.
And it felt pure.
Okay. Yeah.
And it's what I expect to feel from Mizuno Golf Club. Really not much different from that one, to be honest.
Right. And I don't expect there to be a huge difference in the feel either.
No, it was good.
Both. Yeah. Another good ball there. Now there is a loft difference between these two, I believe. I think the standard of the Pro S, I want to say the 243 is 32, and the S3 I believe is at least 1 or 2 higher than that.
And that looking specifically, I agree. Off the top of my head, I think that is the case, yes.
Yeah. Those 2 shots landed, pretty darn close to each other too. That one was a little left of it, but not much. Oh yeah.
That one's noticeably higher.
I was going to say something. That one looked like it was a little bit higher than the others. I'm curious distance-wise how that one stacks up.
Hit it good.
Okay. Yeah. I think the loft is definitely creating some differences in spin and in total carry distance too. Right now, everything's a little bit shorter and spinning a little bit more than the 243, which I think we kind of expected.
Yes, absolutely.
Oh yeah. On repeat.
After the squirrely one.
Yep. Another one. I mean, so that oval for the 243 was pretty small, and this is like, as of now, it's like somehow smaller. It's just kind of fun to watch. I'm just watching the dots add up. It's pretty close in size. That's keeping up in a good way.
Is the distance the same? Are we seeing some?
The distance is a little lower than the 243,
And
I
that's
think that's
probably a loft difference, right?
Yeah, so we're seeing right now, we have one shot we'll probably hit more, but the spin is up and the carry distance is down because of that. So you're seeing just a little bit higher, a little more spin.
Sure.
Oh yeah.
Tuggy again, but hit well.
Yeah.
And the golf club certainly feels really good.
Yeah. I mean, I like the sound too. There's not much sound to it.
no,
I almost think it's softer than the 243, just a little bit in terms of the sound anyway.
I would agree with that.
Yeah. So I'm gonna bring up just some averages here a little bit. That one, slight pull to it, but nonetheless, I mean, you have a really good set of shots out there. So distance-wise, we went from 172.6 carry to 170.8, so lost a couple yards of carry. Spin went up almost, from these shots. Now, granted, I think the last shot from the 243 was like a 5,300, where you really kind of, you said you hit it maybe high on the face a little bit. So for the sake of the comparison, I'll take that out briefly. And the spin was 62.34 with the Pro 243 and 68.76 with this. So we're talking about 500-600 RPM increase. The landing angle was steeper by about half a degree. The peak height was actually same on average. So we're getting there just with a little bit more spin.
A little different
and
way.
Losing a little bit of distance. From your perspective, whether it's sound, feel, anything, any other major difference between these two, or are they still kind of maybe overall more similar?
I would probably give a slight edge in feel to the S3.
Okay.
It felt just a little bit softer.
Yeah.
A little more of a solid thud when you hit it good, which I appreciate. The 243 with the undercut channel in it, not quite as pure a feel. Still really good. I mean, obviously the tagline, nothing feels like a Mizuno. That golf club fits underneath that. Right. It's really good. I prefer the feel of the S3 a little bit better, but I think I prefer the performance a little bit of the 243. I'd take the little bit extra distance.
Sure.
I would take the little bit of extra forgiveness. I would give up a little bit of feel, even though I like this a lot and it's better feel. I'm at the age where I want more forgiveness.
Yeah.
And that golf club doesn't really sacrifice any feel. So both of them really good.
Yeah.
I live where there's a lot of wind, so I'm going to take the little bit lower spin rate when we have to play in the wind. It's going to be a little bit easier to flight down when we need to push one through the wind. So that's something that, when we look at some of the finer differences in fitting, that I would be, geared towards one or the other.
Yeah, I will say with both, you get remarkable consistency. We got Brady's feedback on the feel. We also, the sound was pleasing. It sounds like from both. It depends really on what you or the player are looking for. With the Pro S-3, you get a little bit more traditional shape and sound. If you're that player, you've been a Mizuno player for years and years, and you kind of want something that's a little maybe nostalgia to it. You get the Pro S-3. 243 also packs a good punch too. So both irons you can get fit for at second swing. Make sure you do that if you are using some new irons. These are both awesome options. We saw today the great performance. So Brady, thanks for joining, hitting some shots out here in the heat. We appreciate it.
Yeah, glad to be here. Thanks, Drew.